Episode 44. As long waited, the SD-topia gear has finally surfaced as an SD World Kaijin. So now, the pirates have finally found their gear.
By the end, they beat SD World, freeing SD-topia, and the pirates leave to go break the curse to free their brothers from their toy forms. And on another note, Stacy's been a bit different since the last episode, where he's more willing to work with the Zenkaigers and is positive. Like, I'm mentioning that now because it's gonna come back later. And by the end of this episode too, Stacy ends up freeing Kaizokutopia after destroying the gear. Oh. Now, in episode 45, the monster of the week is Umikuji World, and I'm bringing him up because he's actually important to the story, and to show again that this show has no chill. Like, when Umikuji World gives the Zenkaigers bad luck, Kaito summons 3 specific Sentais that have died in their series, only to get killed again. Like, he summons Key Ranger, Yellow 4, and Battle Cossack. And those are all characters where they have all died before and were replaced. And Kaito summons them, then immediately they go and they die. Battle Cossack, on the other hand, he left his costume behind and literally just gets shot up out of soup. Like, no chill. No chill. This show is a troll. And it gets even more elaborate. When the macro fight is happening, Stacy uses special powers to dispel the monster's ability. So he basically just freed the world that the monster was based off of. And it turns out that Stacy is possessed by God. Now, why do I find this cringeworthy and just crazy? Like what I said, Zenkaiger, in my opinion, I think is based in its own separate universe. And I don't know if this is religion God or not. But to me, the joke is, well, my version of this joke is if God is real, then why has Earth been under attack and almost taken over by monsters and aliens for the past 45 years? And then again, currently with Dawn Brothers. And only now he chooses to step in. But, yeah, that's my joke. And so, episode 47, with God's help, the Zenkaigers take off to raid the Tochitendo Palace.
And they are there for 30 seconds at best. Once they get up to Bokuwas, he just slaps his fist on the surface once and sends them flying back to Kikaitopia.
I was like, you're going too soon!
Which is where a couple of other Kikanoids are, because for the last few episodes, God has been sending Kikanoids back to where they belong. The Zenkaigers are separated. Zudan, Gaon, and Majine are to deal with Ijidude in his own giant robot, while Kaito and Vroon are on the run from Barashitara. And once Stacy and Zox step in to fight Barashitara, the Zenkaigers regroup to beat Ijidude. And so, in episode 48, the Zenkaigers meet Bokuwas face to face again, except this time things go differently. First, God takes over Gigi and tells the Zenkaigers that Bokuwas' weakness is his back, and Bokoas kills Gigi in a rage. I've said that this show could be fucked up too many times now. Moving on. Also, Zox and Stacy managed to beat Barashitara, and Bokoas, to prepare for the Zenkaigers, has been absorbing all the remaining Tojiru gears that he has left, including gears with the previous 44 Super Sentais trapped inside. And once he starts fighting the Zenkaigers, he takes a more mobile form so that he could actually move. And as per usual, when fighting the final boss, he wrecks shit at first and beats everyone one at a time using Sentai powers that each ranger is based off of. And here's the funny part here. Yeah, Bokoas destroys each one's powers, like with their corresponding Sentai motif. When he gets up to like Kaito, he says bum ba da bum bum, like the Go Ranger ending theme, as he's about to destroy him with like the Go Ranger Hurricane Ball. Excuse me, sir. Just excuse me. That's what that moment was with him. And honestly, this moment in the final battle, it's reminiscent of Zyuohger's. Like, the final boss shows his stuff, breaks their powers, and through Deus Ex Machina, the heroes have their second wind. Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, they beat Bokoas from both ends because, remember, Gigi said that his weakness was his back, so Kaito pins him from the front, while everyone else pins him from the back with the Zenroku Zenkai cannon.
And I just realized how much of a final episode move that is. Let's take our cannon, pin it to their chest, and really make sure they'll die. At least this time, they bothered to go for both sides of the body, so there is no coming back from that.
And so, that's that. Bokoas is dead, and the Toji Tendo has fallen. But, to put a twist on our happy ending, God has to come into play again and lead us into our actual final episode, Final Kai, My World is Our World. Time has apparently been erased, and Kaito's family is back together, but only he has deja vu until he realizes this is God's doing, because he wanted to keep all the worlds separated and just focus on Earth. So, not too different from regular God, where he's playing both sides.
How their interaction is done too is that it's all in Kaito's head, in one perspective. In the other, Kaito internally is constantly switching out with God on who is talking. God imposes a challenge. If Kaito wins, he'll awaken all the worlds. So they fight, and in said fight, there are flashes of everyone fighting God as Kaito lands a hit on him. But seeing this going on for longer, they decide to end it with a single game of rock, paper, scissors.
What? What the fuck?
You know, a couple of years ago, when I rewatched Zyuohger, and I rewatched its finale, while strange as it was for both worlds to collide and have different species coexisting, it made me smile, because in the summer of 2020, it was a time of police protest and police brutality and people dying. That finale made me feel something. What I felt was, why can't we all get along like this and everyone would be happy? But now it's 2022, and Roe v. Wade had just been overturned. And I kind of want to believe it's because someone in Congress forgot that rock beats scissors.
So Kaito wins, and God keeps his end of the deal. 2 episodes prior, God possessed Flint and created a device to put all the worlds to sleep. It's on top of that skyscraper that Kaito keeps trying to bungee jump off of, sitting there invisible. He shoots at it, and everyone's back together again.
And I'm not gonna lie, that was the moment where this finale started to make me tear up. Like, with the Kikinoids and the humans coexisting again, except this time, interdimensional travel is possible for everyone.
Ricky and Katana are back to being human, and can still possess their SD forms at will. Odd flex. Stacy is asked to be the new ruler of Kikaitopia, but he just says, nah. Kaito's parents sit him down and say, it's time for you to move out. You spend so much time being there for others, you go out and be you. And I can't help but tear up at this. It's just so sweet. Like, the parents have been away, now they're back, and we'll always be here for you. So you go out, you be you. But since this is in KamenRider, everyone travels together, and that's how we end Zenkaiger.
And that was Kikai Sentai Zenkaiger.
As best as we'll do. As I said before, Thomas is here.
Yo.
And he will be, well, right now is literally the end of the video. So before we get into the character analysis.
Featuring Kino.
Yeah, who's out of frame.
Close, good enough. Like I said, good enough.
Anywho, oh, now she's in frame. Oh, well,
she's gonna
half in frame.
She's gonna be Kino.
Anywho, what did you think about the show?
Overall, I liked it a lot.
Really?
Why, did you not?
No, I actually quite like the show too. It, honestly...
My only issue is very episodic. Probably, the only thing I see kind of have an issue with is those... Not really a big overarching plot, like most, like some... I know it's not exactly... I don't know, most Sentai are pretty episodic, but this one I feel like was like the most episodic I've seen in a long time.
Honestly feel a little differently there, but to explain more, let's get into the characters.
Okay, who's your favorite though?
We're gonna start in, well, first to last order with characters. So Kaito.
I like his optimism. I liked him a lot. He was very optimistic and very.
Kaito he's honestly a good balance between.
Kirmeki.
I wasn't gonna go as far as that, but I was about to say. Kaito is honestly a good balance between wacky as well as serious.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I was afraid he was going to be another Kirmeki character, but then even then, Kirmeki, he showed up with that, but that's the point.
Yeah.
I was going to say I was afraid he was going to be another loud obnoxious, but yeah, I was surprised how balanced he was.
Yeah, and you said before that it was a bit you said you had one issue before about the show being a little serialized.
Too serial, not serialized, not
serialized, episodic.
I'm okay with episodic shows. It just episodic to it just I don't know. For some reason it was lacking the whole. I don't know. I feel like it was a little too episodic. It was fine. Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird.
No, I can understand what you mean at all. To me personally, I thought the show was not constantly serialized because think about Kaito's story and one of his motivations for wanting to be a Zenkaiger.
Find his parents.
Exactly.
Okay, that's
and along the way, he meets some adversity against it, like with Stacy, and knowing that both his parents are alive and around. Even with Hakaiser.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Speaking of, Stacy, aka the best character in the
We're going to get to him.
Sorry.
Trust me. No, you're good. Trust me. We're just going to get to...
I have a lot to say about Stacy that
We'll get to him. Okay, trust me. We'll get to him much later. Okay. But still on Kaito, he's
really motivated.
He's really interesting when he's serious
and
when he's honestly, when he's wacky,
He's fun to watch.
he's fun to watch. If for some reason my attention is still on him,
Yeah, because it's, I don't know, something about him is just you like him the instant you see him.
even with the whole wanting to be the first for something thing.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'll be honest, I completely forgot about that, honestly.
Yeah, because it takes such a backseat to like everything else.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, he's supposed to be the first or something, and then it's like the last episode they brought it up again. I'm like,
yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, that was a thing.
It's like it's like some of the characters in this show know how to find that balance between silly and playful and serious.
Yes.
And Kaito knows where and how to find that balance.
And yeah.
To which I do find that appreciable. Even aside from that, he's the kind of guy who would give his jacket to a stranger.
Yeah.
Which is, metaphorically speaking, what he does with Stacy, wanting to just be helpful any way he can to him, despite them having a rivalry.
Yeah, and him being the purple boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about Stacy next.
I know we're not. I know.
But
I was just saying what color he was. That's it.
Yeah. Speaking of which, let's actually... This next one is a bit tricky for me to figure out because as opposed to talking about the Kikanoid characters individually, I was thinking, or at least just with me from what I was watching, what if we talked about the Kikanoid characters as a whole? Like Judan, Majine, Vroon, and Gaon.
They all have
mainly because I can't think of much to say about them all individually.
I kind of like... I don't know. They have their quirks, and that makes them likable enough. But overall, I don't think
they're not bad.
They're not bad. Just mediocre.
I wouldn't.
Maybe not mediocre. Maybe it's the wrong word. Kind of. Would you say basic?
I also wouldn't say basic either.
What'd you say?
The thing is with the Kikanoids, it's like they're either personality or no. With the Kikanoids, they're either quirk or trait for their personality.
You have Zuon, aka Mr. Boomer, I love.
Oh yeah, Judan, honestly, out of the four of them, I think Judan has the most personality.
Yeah, I can kind of...
It's like, he's not always serious, he's honestly the serious one of the group.
Yeah.
And I think that's just because he's the oldest.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you get it, because he's probably he's the oldest one, so that's probably why.
Yeah, like he knows how to, and at times he can be that second opinion and elder figure.
Yeah.
And honestly, the most interesting thing about Judan is that if he wasn't a ranger, he would be a youth pastor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly,
think about that for a moment.
Oh my God, you're so right. It hurts. That actually hurts. Oh God, I don't know how to feel about that.
Because he's always trying. Because he's the oldest and he's keeping up with the young people. You can't say you want to be a youth pastor.
Yeah. How you do, Bella kids?
Like always saying, like, hey, broski, just
broski, hey, homie.
Yeah.
Okay, boomer. Anyways,
a second from him from having the most personality, or at least growth, that I would give to Majine.
Yeah.
She starts off as shy and timid, but
then she grows to be not so much of a shy one.
Yeah, she grows to have some more backbone.
Yeah.
And you see that come full circle in, like, the final episode.
Yeah. Also, yeah. I was going to bring up the her fortune telling.
Oh, what do you think about it?
It was fun. It was? I thought it was, okay, I'm sorry, I was looking over what Kino was doing. Anyways, I thought it was okay. I mean, I thought it was funny at times. Not always, but there's times I laughed at it. I'm like, okay.
Alright, I was about to say, that's at least for Judan and Majine. Gaon and Vroon, on the other hand,
yeah,
they're
basic.
Not basic, but like what I said, like what I said, with the Kikanoids, they're either trait or quirk.
You have Gaon, who's obsessed with animals and humans.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways,
that's what I was thinking the entire time with him.
He's like, oh, he has some sort of weird fetish for Kaito for some.
That's...
Okay, maybe not. I mean, we're not in the fetish in the sense of
Not in the fetish, that kind of sense. Is like you can understand where he's coming from because he's from a whole nother world where it was just his kind. And then once he gets to the human world,
he's obsessed with these
things. Open to something completely new.
Yeah.
Mind you, yes, at times it gets
questionable.
exuberantly creepy. But the times where he gets reality checked, I'm just thankful that it takes a bit of a back seat.
Yeah, same.
And for Varun,
I kind of wish he didn't just join them right away. I kind of wish he was. I don't know. I mean, granted, he was being abused by the bad guy.
my one thing about Varun is he's kind of.
Smart.
I was going to say annoying on occasions.
Yeah.
But with his whole thing about being curious and whatnot,
I get-
and from his debut episode, it shows how distracting it can be.
Yeah.
It's like, dude has problems with focusing.
That's kind of, to be fair, I can relate to that drastically.
Huh, really?
Yeah, I mean, times I get focused on one thing, but then focus. I don't want to get. It's stuff.
I get that.
I there's a lot of stuff in my head, and what I want to do, but I focus on so many other things. And,
Yeah, I get that.
Okay.
I feel like with Varun, it's there for the gag, but it just wasn't funny to me.
Yeah, it was funny the first time, but it kept going, and I was like, no,
I didn't even find it funny the first time.
to each their own.
Yeah. So next, Zox.
Every time he came on screen, I was like, Captain Marvel just really wanting to beat your ass so badly it hurts.
Yeah.
It's like every time. I was like, I'm not saying I don't like Zox. I like Zox, but he's just. I find it funny that he's like every time he dances. I'm just imagining Captain Marvel banging his head on the wall.
Yeah.
What do you think of Zox?
Zox, I thought was honestly fine. Not a bad Six Ranger.
Yeah, I liked him too.
And I found him to be not a bad Six Ranger and a good character because it's taking a break from the other five.
Yeah,
because
I also like how he kind of cares about his family.
Yeah, that's one of the best things about his character. Despite his personality, he's doing everything he can, literally, for his family.
And family is what you treasure.
Yes. And like what I said,
Vin Diesel will be proud.
yes, like what I said, the balance between silly and seriousness at times, it really shows in the show because
Yeah.
I feel like when you're paying attention to Zox, you get a break from all the humor and whatnot from the Zenkaigers,
Yeah.
and you just focus on his pirate attitude towards anything, whether it's comedy at moments or just being straight on about the job.
Okay. So are you gonna talk about Zox's family, aka Mr. S, aka the SD Gundam wannabes, or no?
I mean, there are just side characters for the most part.
Yeah.
So,
Also, I mean, do you want to say? Yeah. When I first saw those SD Gundam wannabes, I'm like, I see what you're doing now, and I like it, and I'm also like, yeah. Anyways, Bandai's good.
yeah, anywho, what more do I want to say about Zox? Nothing that I've covered already.
Okay.
So now we can talk about Stacy.
He has the best development. He has the best character arc and development for this goddamn show. I love it.
Yeah, he really does.
He's like something. It's like he went from being I'm gonna try to one up my allies into eventually along with his daddy issues to essentially questioning, wait, is this even worth it? What,
Yeah, I like his story, and I like how I like his story. I like his interactions with Yakchan, and I like how you get it. Like,
yeah, you understand where he's coming.
You understand it. You understand where he's coming from. Like the whole reason for his demeanor and thought process is because, well, he's alone.
Yeah.
And he's not. It's not like he hates Kaito. He's straight up jealous of him.
Yeah.
And it's like I completely understand that.
Yeah.
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 Like, and all the credit in the world goes to his actor.
Yeah, who I believe was also KamenRider Meteor.
Nope, different
You
guy.
Sure? You sure?
Completely positive.
Okay,
Completely positive.
Whatever you say, I'll double check I'll double check later, but yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'll take your word on it for now.
Yeah. Should we talk about the villains next?
What's there to talk about? They're pretty boring.
Yeah.
The basics of basics of bad guys. What else is there to say?
I
liked the walk. I liked the comedy they had, but otherwise,
I like
take that away.
I liked Itchadude.
Yeah. Yeah, you mean the one with the wheels?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was funny, but if you take all that away, you got pretty basic Topia
Very,
villains.
very average villains.
Very average.
I at least like Ijudude because I felt like he was the most effective.
Yeah, because he's like, okay, so how... Yeah, because he kept inventing stuff. He made like some of the
Yeah,
best...
he kept inventing stuff that did show good results at time, where it was like straight up Stacy's gear in general, his mech,
Oh,
you
mean his mechs.
His mechs, yeah. Even the Tojiru gears.
Yeah.
Like, he's an effective scientist.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he also made some of the best mechs in this show. Oh my god, I love those freaking mechs he made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, now, if I can reach my phone.
If Sakina decides to not...
Yeah.
Sakina.
Now, we are now towards pretty much the end of the video where, as usual, I'm going to read people's comments on what are their thoughts on the show. I got this a couple of days ago, and so give me a sec.
One.
Found it. So, start from the very beginning of what are people's thoughts on Zenkaiger. So, Jane Green, I thought it was one of the best Sentai IMO. Oh, and by the way, this is going off of Facebook.
Of course.
And so, Jack Butler did have some moments where it was a little too silly, but as more chill take on an anniversary season. It's really good. What little plot is there is pretty solid, and the characters are likable. That said, I'm happy they didn't repeat it with Dawn Brothers and went more serious because it would get old fast.
Yeah, Dawn Brothers is something. I'm watching it right now, it's something.
I'm not all that caught up on Dawn
it's something.
Brothers.
It's something, I'll say that much. I don't know what else to expect from the guy who wrote Geo.
Honestly,
And,
what, you mean Toshiki Inoue?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's one of the writers of the show. He did. I'm pretty sure he is one of the writers.
I believe he wrote an episode or two of Zio.
He was one of the head writers for Geo, I believe.
Huh.
He also wrote Jetman, but then, as time go on, he didn't.
Yeah, I get that. Anyway, next comment.
Can I read the next one?
Sure.
Okay.
Jeremiah Banks, that one.
Jeremiah Banks. I miss traditional Sentai costumes and Zord. I'm willing to see if the CGI gets better. Trust me, it doesn't. It gets worse.
Yeah, like what I said, honestly, with that comment there's nothing wrong with getting away from traditional.
Yeah.
Because if you it's just being different for the sake of being, different, and sometimes that's a good thing.
Or if you're in your brother, it's like that's kind of the worst case ever. I don't mind the pink one though.
The pink one I still have questions about because
I have more questions about freaking Dog Ranger. With the Sonic looking OC guy, but anyways,
I get that, but with the Pink Ranger,
that's a topic for another day.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with traditional, but sometimes when you get different, even in terms of designs, like for example, look at Q Ranger.
Yeah,
different, completely different.
Yeah, with the visors being kind of cool actually.
Yeah, and they look completely armored, and
I like that.
There's nothing, like I said, there's nothing wrong with traditional as. It's a matter of what you do with it.
And how you execute it.
Yeah. CGI, I'm not going to defend because, like I said,
if it's really, essentially the CGI usually is bad in a sense. So, can be, nowadays, especially in Dawn Brothers' case, it's worse, it's like unreasonably worse than toys normally capable of.
Oh god, and for some odd reason, Pink looks more like a crane than an actual pheasant.
I never thought about that until you brought it up. I can see that more now.
I was about to say, cranes and pheasants are two extremely different kinds of birds. So next.
Blame the designers.
Second to last comment. Ian Harrison. I just got done watching Zenkaiger. It's very good, especially the Dragon Zord armor.
Yes, I'm totally with them on that one.
I've talked about Super Zenkaiger earlier in the review.
Which was wait, I know your thoughts on it.
Yeah. I'm hoping by now you've watched it.
Yeah. Not even this time. You told me off like months ago what you thought of it. Anyways.
So, final comment. Ryan Purcell. I don't really like Zenkaiger's suit that much. I like the other... Okay, he means Zenkaiger.
Okay.
I don't really like Zenkaiger's suit that much. I like the other 4 Rangers more.
Okay, to each their own. I personally disagree with that. I think all the suits look kind of cool. I get what they're going for with Zenkaiger. He's basically big one, and Aqua Ranger is basically doing a fusion dance.
Yeah. Even Zenkaiger?
No, Zenkaiger's just basically Zenkaiger's just Gokai Red but gold and shoulder pads. What, am I wrong?
No, you are not. No, you are not at all.
And a different buckle. Don't forget the buckle. You always
in the glove. Anywho, so overall, Zenkaiger, not a waste of time to watch. Totally good. I would definitely recommend it.
See, touche.
Yep. And with that said, next time there will be no review coming out in August. Instead, there will be a review coming out in September, specifically for KamenRider Blackman's 4-year anniversary.
Oh, really? You've been at it for 4 years. Goddamn.
Yep.
Goddamn.
4 years.
Nice.
And for that, I thought I'd do something a little more special. And would mind actually holding that up, please? Nope.
You first. You got both do it.
Fine. Beetle Bonders.
Beetle Blast.
Juuko B-fighters.
Yeah.
That will be our next review, and will come out on my 4-year anniversary.
Sick. I'm looking forward to it. Also, these are the complete. These are the ones premium Bandai ones, not the DX ones. Because if we were to have the original toy, we would be, we have
And besides, the show is out and fully subbed anyway, so I most definitely had to jump on that wagon.
And not because it's just beatable. That's the point, anyways.
But yeah, so next review in September. So next review is going to be out September 6th, I believe, and it will be Juuko B-fighters.
What if you do versus? What if you do what Tokucast does, and they do comparisons between that and Beetleborgs?
I would like to do that
if the show is available, basically.
I can find Beetleborgs somewhere online or
enough.
Netflix. Also, that would honestly just give me a reason to watch Beetleborgs.
Okay, yeah, for better or worse.
Yeah. So, anywho, thank you all for watching. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, share this video, and tell your friends about KamenRider Blackman. And I will see you guys next time.
Don't forget me.
And and Thomas. Please subscribe to him.
Yeah.
His channel is
TL Warrior Thomas.
Yes, and there will most likely be a link to his channel in the description below. So with that said, see you guys next time.